morning and welcome to day 27 on the AT. I am doing the long climb out of the shelter this morning. I have to say, still no mice encounters in the shelters. Least favorite shelter stay I've had so far. We were at Peck's corner. It is quite a hike to the water. It is quite a hike up to the privy from the shelter. I have to say, camped with a very different crowd this time. You can't choose who you camp with out here, but I'm glad that I had friends, and we were kind of in it together, so that's good. Told my friends, very thankful for you, because if I rolled up last night by myself, I don't know what I would have done. People were nice enough. It was just not my crowd. So heading out now. Also, the shelter was very short. Like, I definitely struggled. I was on the bottom. I definitely struggled getting in and out of it. So, yeah, just not my favorite experience, but very interesting. For those of you who don't follow my Instagram, you won't know this story. But 3 days before I left for the trail, I was doing a hike near my house on the Pinhoti. And I got to the top of the climb, and there was a guy setting up his tent, and he asked me, like, oh, are you camping up here? I said, no, like, I'm just training. I leave for the AT in a couple days. He's like, I know who you are. He's like, you're Marissa. He recognized me from the channel. His trail name is Pizza Bastard. He was doing the Pinhoti and was set to arrive at Springer around mid-April. And he said, maybe we'll catch up to each other. Maybe we'll see each other in the Smokies. I wander up to the shelter last night, and I'm setting up my stuff, and I see a guy in a pizza buff. I'm like, huh, that's kind of weird. And I start talking, and he was in his quilt, so I couldn't see him very well. And he said, Marissa? I said, Pizza Bastard? Sure enough, we ran into each other in the Smokies, in the most off the beaten path shelter imaginable. So that was cool. Didn't get to talk to him much. He was out by like 4 this morning. But, yeah, cool seeing you again, sir. Enjoy your hike.
Yeah, even if, like, uphill for a little and down.
I'm so thankful to have had people to hike with here lately. It really is nice to like know that there's someone either behind you or ahead of you waiting for you. But I will say, I really like being in the back of the line. I get very stressed out when I'm in front of someone. I feel like I have to push myself, and it's a subconscious thing. Like, I'm not choosing to do it necessarily, but I notice I hike harder than I really want to, and I kind of get really anxious. So, something to work on, for sure. So one thing I've noticed, I actually have a history of exercise-induced asthma. Haven't really had any spells since college. I know how to manage it. I don't keep an inhaler on me. Maybe that's crazy, but I've never needed it. But whew, anytime we're getting back up to 6,000 feet, I definitely feel the difference. Oh, I'm okay. I'm still breathing, but I have to slow it way down because I definitely feel my lungs working when I get up here. But it's beautiful. Another thing I want to mention about the Smokies that I don't feel like anyone really talks about is water is few and far between here. Before the Smokies, I typically carry about 2 liters. One, because I just hate stopping to get water. It is my least favorite chore. But like that was an excessive amount. Like you never really, most days have to carry that much water at a time on the AT because you're crossing water sources constantly. Not in the Smokies. I feel like for the most part, water is really only at shelters. Every now and then there will be a stream in between, but like, yeah, you really have to make sure you have plenty of water when you leave the shelters in the morning because, yeah, I just didn't expect the Smokies to be so dry. I don't know what, I just kind of assumed the AT was always flowing with tons of water, but there are dry stretches, that is for sure. I've never run out. I've always been fine, but just something to take note of. So pretty much everyone from our shelter last night, other than those who left at the crack of dawn, stopped at Tri-Corner Shelter for a bit of a lunch break. We met a few new people as well who had pushed from further behind. And now we're working our way towards the shelter. I don't know if I said this. This is going to be my longest day on trail so far. Actually, I think my longest day of hiking ever so far. Not a lot, 13.4 miles. I know some people are busting out much bigger miles at this stage. My body just can't handle it, and I'm listening to my body, and that made me, I'm behind everyone else, but ultimately my body is more important. Anyway, so we're more than halfway through with the day, and it is pretty much all downhill from here. We've got 6.5 miles left, over 2,000 feet of descent, and only 600 feet of ascent left. So I'm hoping it goes pretty smoothly. We shall see. Beautiful day though. A little toasty, but I'll take it. The rain is coming tomorrow. Tomorrow is not going to be fun. We are leaving the Smokies tomorrow. Got 9.5 miles from the shelter to the bridge where I'm gonna get picked up by the discerning hiker. I hate how often I'm staying at places. I really wish I wasn't, but also like, I don't know. It is nice to take a shower and get cleaned, and part of the reason I decided to stay at the discerning hiker is so I could go to Walmart and resupply, because I would just love some fruits and veggies right now so much. So that will be a big morale booster for sure. And then also just getting out of the rain tomorrow. Like, I don't mind hiking in the rain, but it's good knowing that you've got a place to go dry off and get warm. And so that's what we're gonna do. So just staying there tomorrow night, and then I'll hike on. I do think I'm gonna zero in Hot Springs. The only zero I've had so far has been in Franklin, and I think it will be good to give my body a rest. I just love how like clean and sharp this moss is on the side of the trail. I don't know. I just thought it was cool. Had to show you guys. Look at this guy. He's so freaking cute. Oh my gosh. Just having his lunch. Forest just kind of ended. Now we have all these trees here. Look so different. But then they come back. So strange.
It's also a nice place to sit down, take your pack off.
So we are wrapping up the day. We've got about a mile left, and I have to say, my feet actually feel good. They're not fatigued. Usually by this time my entire foot would be done, but I am on this last incline we just had, still really feeling some Achilles pain. We gotta get something figured out with this. Yeah, I don't know if I need to switch to shoes with a bigger drop. Mine only have 3 mil, and I really just don't think that's enough for me. So we gotta make a change. Hate it, but I don't want to ruin my hike. The Smokies have been beautiful, but I'm ready to leave. It is absolutely packed. On a Monday, there are so many tents set up. We've got so many people crammed in the shelter. There's a ton of section hikers here, and you know, it's my bedtime. It's 8 o'clock, and they're having a full-on like karaoke session in there, and I'm glad they're having fun and they're having a good time, but like, I don't know, it's just a lot. Today was a long day, and I would love to rest, and I don't know that I'm gonna get that tonight. So fun. And then tomorrow, wake up in the rain and hike out of the Smokies. So the crew's trying to wake up early to beat the rain. I don't know if I'll have that in me. Especially, I'm the only one of our 4 sleeping in the shelter. They have terrible campsites, but at least it'll be quiet where they are. So there's that.